Parliament for 2022 is finally over. Hopefully, maybe. It was supposed to be over, but then we all got called back for this extraordinary one-day sitting for the government to pass its energy bill. So what happened? Let's take you through it.
Mr. Speaker, this plan is a combination of immediate action but also future reform. It recognises the challenge of here and now as a result of Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine. We need to act now, though.
It all started in October, when Treasury forecast through the budget that power prices would increase by about 56% over the next couple of years. Obviously, that upset quite a few people because power is already quite expensive. Seeing another 56% on top of that, that's political suicide. The government immediately started working on a plan to lower power bills. But the problem is they don't control all of the power network. They don't control the coal, they don't control the gas, they don't control the retailers. So it was bringing together a lot of strings to try and make some sort of package work.
This is a plan agreed by National Cabinet, endorsed by every Premier and Chief Minister from both sides of politics.
They settled on market intervention, some of it temporary, and direct assistance for eligible people. Who's eligible? Well, if you receive a government payment, you're going to be eligible. How much do you get? We're not sure on that yet. It's still to be worked out. How are you getting it? Same thing.
That's still to be determined. Which small businesses will get help on their bills? That's still to be determined.
The rest of us have to hope that this market intervention, the temporary price caps on gas and coal, are going to bring down prices enough that we're not going to see the huge difference. Because here's the key point. Your power bill probably will not decrease. And that's the government's problem. It's going to prove a little bit tricky when it comes to the politics and selling this. If people are expecting to see lower power bills and they don't get them. And for that, the opposition has seen some massive advantages and opportunities.
A very simple test for this legislation. Will Australians' bills in the coming months and years go up or down?
It's quite cute because what they're saying to you is that your bills will go up, but not by quite as much.
We need to remember that the opposition, while in government, had dallied with the idea of market intervention themselves. Do you remember the big stick?
Your electricity bill is too high. We will not hesitate to use a big stick as we did with gas. And that's why there's overwhelming support from industry and energy users for the National Energy Guarantee.
That never got up. The big stick became more of a toothpick as the LNP backbench fought against any sort of market intervention. And it was that spirit that saw the coalition vote against this entire energy package. And as Matt Canavan said in the Senate, it'll be a new opposition moving forward. They feel invigorated by this.
Does any Labor Party MP really believe power prices are coming down? I'm looking out the Minister. Minister, are power prices coming down? Can't hear you, Minister. You know the truth.
And they're passing on the messages from the gas industry that this is socialist, it's going to bring about the end of the industry, and that Australia will rue the day it ever went down this path.
That the uncertainty that they are creating in the marketplace will mean a reduction in investment.
The truth is, energy prices have continued to skyrocket. The truth is, because of energy supply issues throughout the world and the war in Ukraine, energy is quite the profitable business at the moment.
Greedy gas corporations have been taking this country for a ride.
These interventions will bring down the price of gas to $12 a gigajoule, which is still enough to make profit when you consider that some companies were making profits at $4 or $6 a gigajoule. It is not going to lower power bills, but it is going to put a wedge in how much you were going to pay. The government is hoping that that is enough.
This bill isn't going to give enough relief from the rise in energy costs, but it's something.
And as we move forward, we're going to see changes to Australia's energy network. From May, we're going to hear more about this electrification package, which is something the Greens negotiated for and the government was already working on. Essentially, it means your gas cooker, your gas hot water system, they are going to be things of the past, as the government hopes to move more people onto electricity and away from gas, with the hope that once more renewables come onto the grid, it's all going to get a lot cheaper. These things are going to happen, whether the coalition likes it or not. The trick is how it's all going to be solved.
Not once have we claimed that this is a magic bullet or we'll see prices go down next year. And I challenge you. I know you're not asserting that, but for the sake of the argument, I understand. I understand the question. I'm answering.
It's going to be a pretty rough year for the government in this territory as power bills come in and things aren't getting cheaper. And the coalition has found a reinvigoration in being able to fight on this issue. Will we go back to the climate wars? Please, Dolly, we all hope not. Hopefully Australia has moved on from that. That doesn't mean, though, that politics isn't going to try and drag us back to where we were when Tony Abbott was Prime Minister. It's really going to be up to how much information people take in and how this message is sold to them. Change is coming. Australia just has to prepare for it.